focus on the actual episode. I just have to say it again. Yes, we want.
I think we should use that word throughout the entire episode. Anyway, beer number 2.
Hell yeah.
Is a black cherry shandy.
Oh, that sounds good.
And this one is also, I think they're all 4.7 percenters by the same brand.
So this one is a very similar looking can. It's got kind of a purple pink looking color scheme going on with some cherries on it. And their logo.
I think it's
Like a maroon and
Maroon.
I was going to say maroon on top and a red at the bottom. And the beer looks definitely the same. It's the same color.
yeah, it looks the same color.
They all look the same.
Probably all about the same, just a little bit different flavoring added in.
I'm assuming, I don't know if I'm getting this pores or not. I'm not really
Your porn is looking lovely, Ariana. We all love your porn.
Porn.
Porn, P-O-U-R-N.
Speaking of Ariana's porn.
Oh yeah.
Ariana's porn. So,
that's her story, dude.
go ahead.
So on Friday morning, I was in the bathroom getting ready for work, and I have gosh, what is that called? Like a boiler, like a force steam heat, I think. And so like when it clicks on, it kind of sounds like water dripping, and I was like, the heat kick on, and it kept going and going. I'm like, is it water dripping somewhere? So I go in the other room, and there's like water dripping from the ceiling, which is like the second time that's happened. I have a couple leaks in my ceiling, and I need a new roof. But anyway, like later on that Friday, like this random guy that I knew from work a long time ago, like he doesn't work there anymore, but
I gotta say, when you're pouring that in and watching the like little micro bubbles go down, it's very satisfying pour just from that aspect. But go ahead.
but anyway, like this guy, like he never private messages me, but he sent me a meme, and I'm like, what is he sending? Like, it's kind of weird. Like he's never sent me anything. And I open it up, and it's a picture of a girl looking down, like she's wearing a bikini, and she's like looking down her bikini bottoms, and it says, "Thank you for helping me pay rent and pay the bills and this and that." And I was like, I think I'm a hooker. Like, why is he sending me this, And I, like, laughed at it because, I mean, it was funny, and I was just like, okay. And then, like, a little bit later, he texts me back, and he's like, oh, shit, I thought I sent it to this person, like, to somebody named Aaron or something. He's like, I pushed the wrong button because I'm getting old. Like, my eyes are getting old or whatever he said. And I was like, yeah, I was kind of wondering why he sent that to me. But then it got me thinking, and I wish I would have said this to him. I do need a new roof. He's like, well, now at least you know. He said, well, now at least you know what you can do to make some money or something, And I started laughing, but I wish I would have said to him, like, oh, yeah, I do need a new roof. So check out my OnlyFans page. Ariana needs a roof.
That's Ariana needs a roof, not Ariana needs a roofie.
Right, exactly. It's like, I would really love to see her put an OnlyFans page out, and that's going to be her name on OnlyFans. It's Ariana needs a new roof. Like, boom. I just think that'd be hilarious. I wonder how many people would just, they're on there to see nakedness, but then they're like, oh, damn, she actually has some shit she needs to, or are they going to have, like,
that's probably a turn off, isn't it? Well, maybe there's somebody that's, like, into that. They're like,
guys who have money, like.
I got it. It's going to be videos of you naked fixing things around the house.
Oh, got it, yeah.
Safety glasses, hard hat, good shoes.
She's naked, she's wearing a tool belt.
Yes.
Today I'm going to learn how to change out this sump pump. I have no idea. And like I'm just wading through sewage in the basement or whatever.
That actually would be a thing.
That would be hilarious. I would actually pay to see that. Not even just you, I'll just pay to see that in general.
That would be a thing. No, see, that I was going to say, I've heard about, so there's guys out there who are very business professional that it's like, I don't know, I almost feel like maybe it's the sugar daddy type. They go for younger girls because they know those girls need money, and they'll go after like single moms. For some reason, the dudes with the money, when they're actually getting the money, they like it to serve more of a purpose other than to just throw to some chick. Like they actually like it to benefit somebody because they have so much of it. it benefits them, but they just have a surplus of it, and they don't have family, they don't have anybody to
fulfills
take care of,
that
and so
mental
it's
life.
basically like a taking care of a person type
It
thing.
fulfills that mental, I'm a father image, but actually I'm just a single business guy spanking off to a chick.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, I'm taking care of somebody, this young girl, blah, 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 I'm taking care of it. Like, I kind of have a daughter, but I'm fucking her at the same time.
I can be as young as you want me to be. Oh, shit.
What was that on the thing?
Yeah, Ariana needs a new roof at OnlyFans.com.
I want to be like that lady that, like, abuses the guy, like, financially abuses the guy that
Then
gets
gone.
off on it or whatever. Be like, give me your fucking money, bitch! And then he'd be
Right.
like, okay. And then he'd, like, get off on that. And that's all I have to do. Didn't you say, like, one of your friends had somebody like that in their life or something?
I worked with this chick that was telling me about that she knew a dude that was like that. Apparently, like, she said that, I don't know how, she must have, like, done something with this guy or knew him very personally, because she said that, like, he had some type of erectile dysfunction and he really couldn't get it up, so he had to basically, like, get his satisfaction to, like, basically having people belittle and degrade him and control his money type situation. Which
That's called being married, isn't it?
It could be, but
Maybe he had a dream, huh?
But also, I feel like a lot of men actually control the money in the household. So that, when a woman's taking that reverse role and the guy's basically getting off from it, it's not quite being married. But no, I ran across this chick on, I don't know, TikTok or something, and I was watching her. She basically, like, she would show screenshots of the messages between her and dudes. And she has, like, I guess some guy messaged her or something, and she got mad because he messaged her without sending her money first. And so she told him to send her a certain dollar amount, and he sent her more, and she said, bitch, I will block you if you ever don't, like, basically, like, you send me as much as I tell you, don't ever fucking send more.
You send me
And
a
so
dollar.
then she,
You don't send me $1.69, I'll fucking kill you. You send
no,
me
it was like
$1.70.
$20 per one message or some shit like that. It was outrageous, and it's kind of like, damn, I need to do that.
I just want to know
Because
where are these fuckers getting their fucking money from? Is it all just credit card debt or what?
Some of it could be, or, they just could be, have money, rich. Maybe they're making a shit ton of money and they invested it well, and they live minimally because they're just single and don't have kids.
I won't say they're intelligent. They're probably smart, but not intelligent. They're just, doing that.
Yeah, I think there's certain guys out there, like,
Socially awkward kind of shit, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, or maybe they just get off on it and it's not necessarily an intelligence factor at all.
Well, it's not my cake, so that's fine.
well, it's just like I worked with a dude who, he was saying how he wanted to get rich because he's like, you can make women do anything with money, and it's basic. I don't know. I think it's really weird because it's like, oh, when you're rich and you have money, you have power, so you can make people do shit, and you can make women do anything. But then really, it's kind of like, I think sometimes women figure out how to play it real well and, have the upper hand because the guy's like, oh, I'm powerful and I have money. Here, I want you to do this for this money. And she tells him how much, and she tells him yes or no. And she sets all these boundaries and shit. And he's like, oh, my money did that for me. No, your stupidity to pay for that did that for you.
Isn't that right?
Maybe it's not even stupidity. It's just he wants that power because when guys have a lot of money, and this is even like guys that you just see on Wall Street when the stock market crashes and they fucking cry like babies.
And they fucking commit suicide and jump off buildings.
Right, because they don't, it's probably some about money, but they probably still have a shit ton to where they're going to be okay.
They got a shit ton of
It's like they just feel powerless because that money makes them
insecure.
it makes them feel powerless. That money, when they have it, it makes them feel powerful. So when you feel like you have that power, you're like, oh, I have this power and I'm going to do this with my money. And, they just think it brings them power. And so they're happy about that, whether it brings them the power or not.
So if I won the lottery tomorrow, $300 million, whatever the fuck it currently is, and I was like, so, I've got $300 million.
She's like, subscribe to my OnlyFans. 1 month is $300 million.
I'd be like, so what are you
Exactly.
like, so, Ariana, Missy, what are you guys going to do for me?
I'd be like, I'm going to allow you to subscribe to my OnlyFans. And it's going to be really great because It'd be really funny if you tricked people into subscribing to your OnlyFans and you didn't have any pictures of I think they're allowed to get a refund somehow, like ask for a refund and that.
I still think the best part about OnlyFans is there's not just porn on there, and I keep seeing ads on Facebook for non-pornographic OnlyFans things, and I'm like, what? It's like they have actual creators on there and things, and I'm going, so based off of OnlyFans rep alone, if you're a legitimate creator, like, you know, I'm going to create my own little movie, my own TV series, because I think it was like some nerdy D&D themed thing, TV series that was not porn at all. Like, I don't know, like, is OnlyFans going to be your first thought at this point? I wouldn't feel that Kickstarter's probably still going to be, like, the less pervy way, but it's still a distribution platform.
Well, a lot of people do, what's that one thing called? Patreon sub. A lot of people do that as opposed to doing OnlyFans. But here's my thing. So, you can't just straight up advertise porn on Facebook. So OnlyFans wants to be on Facebook, and yes, there are other OnlyFans things that have nothing to do with sex or porn. But here's the thing. You know that you could put OnlyFans into people's minds, and regardless of what they're seeing it advertised as, everybody knows it's the fucking sex site. So, subconsciously, if you're seeing the word OnlyFans, regardless of what they're saying is on the site, you're going to be like, ooh, porn, I'm going to go check that out. Because Ron, an avid porn fucking surfer, is getting OnlyFans ads. I have yet to see a single fucking OnlyFans ad on Facebook. How about you, Ariana?
See, the stupid shit it is.
See, there you go.
Here's the stupid shit.
Ron?
I do look at porn, and no, I don't look at OnlyFans. I don't pay for that
Maybe
shit.
it's just a male versus female, but it's probably just the fact that you look at porn is why
he's demographic as, this is a male, so we're going to give him OnlyFans advertisement, and he's this age male, and this is like his type of search history. Porn. And then that's why they're giving him an OnlyFans advertisement.
So this goes back to, what if I won that $300 million? Are you guys going to get me off looking at porn?
See, there you go. He's like, if I won $300 million.
He's already thinking about how he's going to buy us with $300 million.
Exactly. Like, he's not thinking about how he's going to be a good friend with $300 million. He's like thinking about, ooh, I'm going to have money. What's in it for me?
No.
He can go, oh, damn, I got $300 million. I don't have to worry about what this money's going to do for me because it's going to just basically start compounding on itself. So I can just give Ariana a new roof and not have to care. She's a good friend. It's immediately, what are you guys going to do for me? You're guilty, Rob. Guilty. Pretty shitty rich person. Pretty shitty rich friend.
Well, you know what? Here's the lucky part. I'm not a rich friend. I'm not going to win that money.
Hey, if I won $300 million, you know what I would do?
Disappear entirely.
Exactly.
If I won $300 million, I would just ask Ron, what would you do for me? And I would let him run around crazy trying to do stuff. I'd be like, I don't want that. I can pay somebody to do that. And it's not going to be anything sexual, but he's just going to be like, and he's just going to be doing all these tricks to try to get a lot of money from me. And that's really going to be the trick. It's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for the $300 million, Ron? And he's just going to run around acting dumb until I'm like,
basically, Missy and Ron are both shitty rich people. And I'm the only one that's going to be like, fuck you guys.
To be fair, I'm not a shitty rich person. I'm not a shitty rich person, but I'm going to be a shitty rich person to Ron.
She's just going to be a shitty rich friend to me.
For the fact of what he just...
She's basically just going to treat him the way she always treats him. But have more money doing it.
Yeah,
more
like
money
for me, I'm going to be like, I have $300 million. I'm going to give Ariana just some money, She's like, she's not acting dumb here. And then, Ron's going to try to buy us. Like, I'm going to try to see if I can get these women to cave to actually have sex with me because I've known them for like 20 years and they wouldn't even fucking touch me.
I'm going to do the basic instinct thing for Missy. Like, with her money, I'll be like,
there you go. And I'd be like,
and
I would just make it rain on top of her and I'd be like, there you go. And then Ron, I would just make him run around frantic.
I would do the basic instinct thing for Missy also.
I would record all of this shit and put it out there. That would be great. I would be like, that's well worth, a lot of money. But no, not yet, Ron. I'm not
going to like hanging over the bed of the chair, always wearing the skirt.
I feel like we would just have to go.
Wasn't there a parody movie where they had like some dude?
There was.
Probably, yeah.
And they were just like.
Very scary movie.
Yeah,
Well,
I can't remember the scene where they were like, he was just like, hi, and spread it out, and the cops were like, oh.
I don't remember a dude being in that movie, unless there's like multiple parodies. Because the parody I remember seeing was, I really don't remember it being a dude, but I think it was a chick, and then she went to do that, and then as the chair was turning, the camera shifted a little bit, and then it was like this fake-looking, like shitty beaver, and then it was gratuitous beaver shot, and then it was turning, and everybody was like, oh my god, yeah, all right, and everybody was so turned on about it, and then it just turned back into her after the legs were crossed back over. But I feel like if I want a shit ton of money, I would literally just pay Ron to reenact every movie that's like a super box office hit that everybody fucking knew, and he would be the lead woman in the movie.
I would do the shit out of that. Would be hilarious.
And that would be what I would do with my. Like Ron would be like, how am I going to get some of your money? What are you what are you going to do for my lottery winnings? And that's what I would pay him to do. You're going to quit your job and you're going to reenact every fucking lead woman role. Like, we're going to do Terminator, and you're going to be the chick in that.
Sarah Connor?
That's right. And then we're going to do all the Halloweens. You're going to be Jamie Lee Curtis in all those fucking movies.
My God, that would be fucking funny as shit. I'm in.
Dude, I think you would do this for free, actually.
Yes, you would.
But it would be good if you were like, because you would actually have the time if you were dedicating 40 hours a week to my movie.
That, and you would have like more resources, so it could be more realistic.
Right, absolutely. And I would just have
I would be 100%
money.
on that. That sounds fun as hell.
I wouldn't even have to like have a return on that. I feel like I would just, I don't know, I would figure out how to do it, and it would be a lot of fun.
I kind of want to play this game too.
Right.
That sounds fun as shit, right?
It'd be really fun. I
make shitty TikToks of like reenacting movies.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what we'd have to do now. Like, oh well, since we're poor and we haven't won the lottery, so just make
It's like, what is it? There was a YouTuber for a while who was doing like reenactments of like superhero movies on a budget for like $20 or something. And he like had like cardboard outfits and like the special effects. And she like little cardboard cutouts and shit.
Right, that's what we need to do. We wouldn't be nearly as cool without our money, but we might be a little cool.
I think we'd be semi-cool.
We would be a little cool. I mean, but not nearly as cool.
Probably not.
I don't think anybody, being just how they are, a 40-hour-a-week employee, going from that to winning $300 million, that after they earn that or won that $300 million, there's definitely a cool upkick. You can't say, oh no, they were just as cool without their money. No, they weren't.
I bet they were.
They were not.
I think so.
No, I don't.
Personalities don't change, do they?
They do not change, but I think a person gets. They probably get happier and like, oh right, sweet. I have this. Money isn't necessarily happiness.
I feel like if they're already a happy,
but they're a less stressful individual.
They're gonna. If someone's already pretty genuinely a happy person and they win that money,
they will be cooler.
But if it's somebody who's already actively like a pissed off, drama-filled asshole,
they're going to be shittier.
They're going to be shittier. It's just going to be amplified whatever you've got.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I lost my train of thought and I can't think of what I was going to say.
That would not change with money. She would still be like, I forgot what I was going to say.
She'd be like, I know, I'm rich. I will find some
magic. I'll pay somebody to figure out what I was going to say.
Pay somebody to remember the stuff I need them to remember.
That's right.
So this beer.
Yeah.
It tasted like, you remember black cherry Kool-Aid, guys?
Yeah.
It's a little like beer with a little bit of black cherry Kool-Aid in it.
I think it reminds me of Cherry 7-Up.
To me, because I've been sick recently and I was chugging generic NyQuil, the cherry in it reminds me of the generic Walmart cherry NyQuil flavor, but watered down in the soda form.
NyQuil, 7-Up,
it's like that.
Kool-Aid.
Cherry NyQuil specifically, because not the blue-green death NyQuil.
That's just, gross.
Cherry NyQuil. It's that same sort of cherry, but it's just a very light hint of that flavor to me. The only reason you recognize it at all is because that's what I was drinking to like knock my ass out for 2 days.
And I don't know if it's because of the can, but it gives off a little bit of a Dr. Pepper type thing. Like, did they have a cherry Dr. Pepper at one time?
Dr. Pepper does have cherry flavor to it.
I feel
There was like
Probably.
a chocolate cherry rain was a flavor or something.
let's see, chocolate cherry rain. I don't.
That was like a whole YouTube guy, but
I think you might be on crack on that one. Let's see.
chocolate rain.
I think this one was basically all of the same things the other one was.
But cherry flavor?
But cherry flavor.
Right.
Pretty much.
I agree to that.
It's kind of like, these are almost seltzery.
I thought that too, but it's good. I don't know, it's got all the good beer flavor. It doesn't have like any type of a bitter or like, it doesn't have a hoppy taste. It's just,
Did you find some Skeletor porn?
That was another
That's what I
conversation.
looked at earlier.
That was a whole other conversation.
the guy in the video, it's weird because I think he had a lighter and he was doing something and he was wearing a Skeletor shirt, but I do not think it was Skeletor.
So
we
based
have like awesome conversations off camera, and I'm like, God damn it, say this on the podcast.
So based off of our group chat, I don't remember how exactly got into it, but I decided to find out if there was any He-Man themed porn.
It was because Francis sent a weird video of a guy watching some ad that was like a He-Man
Yes.
Skeletor.
Well, at any rate, I was attempting to look on various adult-themed websites to see if there was any live-action He-Man porn.
For Missy.
For the sake of conversation, because after a while I was like, does this shit even fucking exist? And I looked around for like a good 10, 15 minutes, and there's none. Rule 34 has failed me.
If you don't know what Rule 34 is, that if it exists, there is porn of it.
And now that Ron searched it, there probably is a porno on there of it.
Thanks, guys.
After this.
I just wanted to see, like, you know, like a really buff blue dude with a skeleton mask.
I feel like it's on there, and maybe you just didn't search the right.
No, right. You didn't hit the right
Or
Well, you guys look, and you let me know what you find and share it.
can you like can you get sued for slander if you make porn out of it?
No,
I think
you're allowed to make a mockery of
I think it probably falls under like parody rules.
Yeah.
I was wondering, because then I was like, well, maybe the makers of He-Man get butthurt over stuff like
Oh,
that.
I'm sure that they do, but
But I don't think they can do anything. But no, there's a Dr. Pepper cherry, and I feel like that kind of somewhat does remind me of it. These also remind me of a little bit of a cream ale. Like that's their sweet profile, but it's just a little bit, not a whole lot. So I'm kind of like thinking, you know, it's like it kind of reminds me of the Dr. Pepper cream soda, or maybe like I don't know, they had a cherry vanilla Coke. That's too dark though. It doesn't quite taste like that. I'm thinking it just gives off a little bit of a Dr. Pepper flavor. I don't know. Like a cherry Dr. Pepper. Just a slight. I don't know.
Okay.
Something about it. Maybe it's got 31 flavors in it or whatever the hell, 13 flavors within Dr. Pepper.
Should we bring these bitches out?
We should run these bitches out.
We got a lemon one coming up,
Kids,
kids.
try another. I think that'll be my least favorite simply because
Dude, I think the lemon was my favorite.
I don't like lemon beer. That's why I think it'd be my least favorite.
it depends if it's like a lemonade flavor or just a lemon flavor. Because there is a difference there. Lemonade being like extremely sweet lemon, and then just lemon flavor is just a flat lemon, kind of a tarty, bittery
It
flavor.
always tastes like piss water to me. A lemon beer.
Well, maybe I should have done lemon first then. I didn't know that.
Oh no, it's alright. I feel like though this one is probably more so like a 3.5 to me. Because although it was good, that watermelon one was really good.
I
thought this one was gonna be better too.
I think you're right.
I'm just going to go with the same rating as I did before, a 3.
3. I'm going 3.5 too.
I
3.5 also.
really liked that watermelon. How many? We've not done a whole lot of watermelon beers, have we?
Only like 1 or 2, I think.
I think I remember,
We did a melon magic.
yeah, Magic
Was that,
Magic Melon's
boiling?
Fork Wing.
And that's
That was-
sour.
Yeah.
And
So it's nothing like a watermelon
I thought that
beer.
was a sour, or was it a peach?
I believe we did one other one too. I'm not sure what they talked about.
That's doing pours.
Oh, it's a melon. Okay.